In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the grille on this Mazda 6. Let's get started. On each side, at the top under the hood, you'll see that there's supposed to be two Phillips headed screws, or bolts really. They're machine threads, so mine is different here, but they're supposed to both be the same. Take a screwdriver and unthread them both. Once again, this is going to apply to both sides. This is what they look like. I'm going to have to use a 10mm on this one. A lot of times these up here get extremely rusty, which is most likely why this one was replaced. Do the same to the other side. Let's remove the two 10mm bolts that hold on the air intake here. Once you loosen them up, you should be able to pull this up and out like this, whether the bolts come out or the whole piece slides up. Sometimes these bolts get stuck. You don't have to completely remove this, but we do have to lift it up to get access to that push clip. With a trim tool, pop the push clip up. Well, remove the center first and then pop the rest of it out. There's another one towards the right side of where we just were. Remove that as well. And all the way on the other side where we had the two screws at the beginning, there should be another push clip. Remove that as well. And if you pull on the top of the bumper, you'll see that it's loose. On the side of the bumper cover in the wheel well, if you just turn the wheel, you have access to the three push clips that are on here. Use the same trim tool, pop them all out. We have to free up the fender liner from the bumper cover. And once you do this, with all three removed, you'll be able to peel this back. Right up in here, there's going to be an 8mm screw that we have to remove. It's going to be a little tricky to see, but if you stick an extension with an 8mm socket right up there, you should be able to remove it. There it is. Underneath the vehicle, you'll see several 8mm headed screws. Start here and just go on the perimeter of the bumper cover and remove them all. These shields will kind of droop down a little bit, but they won't come off completely. There's a push clip here that we'll come back for. There should be three more screws on this side. Let's get the two push clips that were here. Hold the shield so it doesn't fall down suddenly. There we go. Looks like it is also clipped in over here, or hooked in I should say. There we go, that's all. Underneath this shield, you'll see two push clips that are kind of hiding in there, here and here. We have to pop these out. Otherwise the bumper will be stuck on the bottom here. Now these are kind of gummed up with a bunch of sand and debris, so a lot of times they're difficult to remove, and if you break them you're gonna have to source new ones. Just work them back and forth. Eventually they should break free and come out. There we go. If your vehicle has fog lights, unplug the wiring harness, press on that connector, wiggle it off till it comes off the bulb. There we go. And we're going to have to pop the wiring harness off of this retainer. Do the same on the other side. Reaching in from behind the corners, pop the front bumper off of the fender. It's got a bunch of clips, and follow it along at the top here. We're going to do the same on the other side. At this point, all of the hardware is off, so we are left with just two big alignment pins here and here. They go into the body of the vehicle, and they're sort of like push clips at the same time, so you have to grab and pull firmly. There we go. Now you can remove your bumper cover. Now with the bumper off, I put it on some pads face down so we can work without getting it all scratched up, and there are some Phillips head screws that we have to remove. Now there are some clips that we have to pry on in order to remove that piece. What the heck is this? I don't know. There's a push clip here. This holds it on too. What kind of a push clip is that? Okay, remove that. remove the screws on the other side as well. There's a push clip over here. If you take a Phillips head screwdriver, try to unscrew the center of it. That should come out. Once the center is unscrewed, you can pry the outer part right off, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Now, pry the outer or the lower half of the bumper away from the upper half, which is basically the grille part. It's got these larger clips here. Just pry them out like that. Okay. There we go. Separate the two. We'll set this aside. Now there's a push clip up top here that is securing the grille onto this upper bumper piece. Take a Phillips head screwdriver, try to unscrew the center. A lot of times these threads are somewhat weak, so I'm applying pressure to the outside to help the threads out. Once you do that, you should be able to pry the push clip out, remove it, and do the same on the other side. At the top you have some push clips, remove them all. There are some rivets that we have to undo that go through the top here, so get a drill bit, pliers, and start drilling them out. Squeeze on these clips and remove the metal support. Now pry in all of these tabs here and push the top plastic piece out. That's off. Now here's the grill piece, but we do have to still remove the black accents here, or whatever color vehicle yours is, as well as the emblem. So let's flip it back over. And there are some screws we have to remove, and then a few more clips. I'm going to start with the emblem. Phillips head screws, all three of them. Take them out. Since I'm at it with the screwdriver, remove the two that hold little pieces as well on the sides. To pop the emblem out, it's just several clips that you have to pry on. It should allow it to slide out. Okay, there's that. As for the accent pieces that are paint matched to the vehicle, press on the tabs that are here that lock them in. There we go. There's one of them. And there's the other one. Now, you can flip this over, and there's your grill piece. Now, if you had your new grill, let's start by reassembling everything. Pop the emblem back on, as well as the two trim pieces that are color matched to the vehicle. They have two little clips other than the screw in the middle, so I'm going to clip them in first. That way they're secured. And then once I flip this over, I'll screw it in. Okay, make sure they're flush. And now we have to screw in the 3 screws on the emblem as well as the 2 on this side piece here. Don't make them very tight. These are just threading into plastic, and if you strip it out, you can't mount it anymore. Now, let's put on the metal reinforcement piece underneath. This just gets clipped on. Now with the grill piece flipped over, don't forget to install this, of course. Line it up. This has to press in. It has all these tabs at the bottom here that have to line up. Flip it over to make sure that they're all latched in here. You'll see all these tabs. If they are, we are good to reinstall the top piece, which was held on with some push clips as well as rivets. I'm going to start by putting back the push clips. That way this can re-secure itself and stay in place before I get the rivets reconnected. There we go. Now you're going to need a rivet gun and some rivets. If you don't have rivets, you can use push clips or whatever else you have that'll secure this. So insert the appropriate size rivets into all of the holes that require them. Now take your grill piece and line it up with the bumper cover and snap it in. There was a screw on this corner and another one equally on this side. Let's put on these push clips here on the corner. Make sure the grill assembly and the bumper cover are seated together. Clip those on, and then those one on each corner of the grill assembly where it met this top piece. Do the same to the other side. Now take your bumper cover and slide it over everything. Make sure it lines up. And you have those 2 alignment pins that need to fall into place, which you can see through the sides by the headlights. Once those are in, press them both in. That should hold your bumper cover in place. On each side, line it up with the fender and the headlight. Tap it into place. On the side, let's put in the 8mm headed screw that secured the bumper cover onto the fender. Snug it up. It's only going into plastic, so once it bottoms out, just give it a little extra and that's it. Make sure you tuck the fender liner behind the bumper here, but then on the bottom it needs to be over so that we can put all the push clips in. Reinstall all 3. If any of yours were missing or broke, replace them. Do the same to the other side. Resecure the wire for the fog light and clip it back onto the fog light itself. Make sure that clicks. Do the same to the other side. Take this clip, put it back into the bumper, tuck the shield underneath the bumper cover, and I'm just going to start with putting back the 2 push clips so that it can be held in place while I put in the screws. Put in all the screws that hold this on. There are 3 on each side. Put those back as well. Let's reattach the bumper at the top with the 2 bolts. Mine has a bolt, 10mm head bolt here. Yours should be a Phillips head. Let's get the Phillips head in. It's a good idea to put some anti-seize on the threads of these to prevent them from rusting in the future. And when you tighten them up, just give them a little snug after they bottom out. You don't need to go very tight on those. Do the same on the other side. Reattach all the push clips at the top, lock them in. Just go along and re-secure all of them. Lift up the air intake here. Get that push clip on. There we go. You can and set this back down. We'll come back in a second and tighten those up, but get the last push clip in. Take the bolts and start them back into their threads and snug this up. This is on rubber bushing. You don't have to crush it or anything. Just make it snug. Everything's tight. So there you have it. Job is done.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.